Atletico have made it clear they're not going to roll over. They want the same kind of result that they managed a year ago this weekend when they took the title. They still have aspirations of finishing in third place. And so, 2 games to go. Win, and Barcelona are champions. But Atletico Madrid promised not to be a rollover. And for a finale of La Liga, it truly is a 5-star game. But can a team from Catalonia clinch the title in the capital of Spain?
Well, that's a big question, Robin. I have to say, they are the team everybody's going to beat. It's theirs to lose the title. I think they're not going to lose this game for me. Even though Suarez isn't playing, I still think they've enough firepower to go on and win it. But on the other hand, Simeone's got a side that'll work really hard. Griezmann's in good form, and he demands from his players he'll get 100% effort from every single one of them.
Diego Simeone has a great record against most teams, but against Barcelona he's managed only 1 win in 12 games against them. So in the build-up to the game, Barcelona have so many options. He doesn't want his players to think they have to go out there. And he says just run and run and run. That's the only way he feels that Atletico can compete with the champions-elect.
Well, first foul given. Gavi jumping, using his arm elbow. I think he gets a bit of leverage and catches Sergio Busquets.
Amazing,
what a good job.
The turnaround with Luis Enrique, written off by many in January when he dropped Messi and Neymar was out of favour. But maybe that was the turning point of his managerial career at Barcelona, and now he can emulate the lauded Pep Guardiola and win the treble in his first season.
He's got a great squad. He's got a great bunch of lads. They're scoring goals for fun, and I really do fancy them for everything. I fancy them for the league, the cup, and the Champions League. I think they can do the treble. All things being equal, and they don't lose key players. Now, obviously, Suarez is missing today, and he is a key player. But I look at the other side of it, like Real Madrid were in the commanding position a few months ago. Injuries played a bad part of it, but I will point to Morata as being a bad decision to sell him. And he proved decisive in the Champions League the other week, Rob, and he knocked them out. So they've only themselves to blame.
There is Neymar. And he goes, little Messi in that roaming position. At the start of the game, Pedro, the number 7 for Barcelona, will be playing in the centre-forwards position. Only his 14th La Liga start this season, but he's still weighed in with some important goals, 11 in all competitions. It's not bad, is it, when you're suggesting that a team is weakened when you have a World Cup winner centre-forward.
He's fresh as well. He's fresh, and he's going to be full of running. He's quick, and he has an eye for goal. Normally scores 18, 20 goals, but it's time for him to do damage here today. A lot of pressure on Messi and Neymar, though. They're the 2 main men. And watch out for Gerard Piqué. He's having a great season in terms of scoring goals.
Dani Alves to Iniesta, some curl on the ball. Juanfran edges it away. He's babysitting Neymar. Neymar scored 9 goals in his last 7 matches. Jordi Alba. Mascherano. Alves goes wide to Rakitic. When they met earlier in the season in Barcelona, it was that famous front 3, Neymar, Suarez and Messi, who scored the goals. A 3-1 success when they played here in the Copa del Rey. Barcelona went through, and of course they're in the final on the 30th of May against Athletic Bilbao. There's a new dimension though, isn't it? So we take every one game at a time. This one could win the league. Next week will be the celebration of that if it goes according to plan, and then the next game they have to take at a time will be the Champions League final, and then after that will have the Copa del Rey final.
Well, what a fantastic end of the season it would be for Luis Enrique and this Barcelona squad. But in terms of consistency, you can't put them down. They've been very consistent. Even Real Madrid would have to admit that.
Well, he has stamped his own style on Barcelona. Still, as you can see, they play this wonderful passing football, but at times they are able to make a more striking pass as well. Think back to when they beat Real Madrid. It was Route 1 Barcelona style, a long ball, and Suarez dropped the shoulder and scored a vital goal. Atletico trying to get themselves into the game in front of their own supporters. Here is Fernando Torres, has a great record against Barcelona from his first spell at the club. Here in his autumn years.
A little bit of a slow decision coming from Undiana Malienko. I think the linesman give it. And Gabi, the captain, controlling this one.
Jordi Alba taking out a no risks insurance policy, saying there's no communication. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, but against Atletico Madrid, giving away any set piece is a bit of a liability. 24 goals from set pieces the situation this season as Godin prepares to take off. Piqué gets ahead to the ball, bodies tumbling everywhere. Koke, Rakitic, all hands to the pump for Barcelona. They can't afford to concede an early goal. They haven't conceded in ages in La Liga, but they've been tested here.
That's silky soccer, Rob. That's brilliant football. Clever, inventive play from Atletico Madrid, and Griezmann almost opened them up. Another corner kick, and you're right, that's the danger signals. They're very strong on the set plays. Jimenez, Godin.
Well, it's a raucous atmosphere, a sellout at the Vicente Calderon. They're trying to put the frighteners on Barcelona. Keeper stays on his line, flips across. Tremendous claw out from Bravo after the deftest of touches at the near post. Arms go up, flag stays down. Griezmann tops it in there, and some breathing space for Barcelona.
Well, it hit the crossbar, I think, Rob, as well. There's the flick on. Slaps on it, he does. There's a flick on off the back of, I think it's Jimenez. That's a fabulous save. Oh, give credit to the goalkeeper. And then he's helped along its way. All under the cosh, certainly, for Barcelona.
Well, he's had 5 clean sheets in a row, Claudio Bravo. Of course, Ter Stegen has played in the Champions League. He's the cup keeper. But Claudio Bravo is heading to take the Zamora Trophy for statistically the best goalkeeper in Spain. Yep. Takes it away from Courtois, who took it for Atletico the previous 2 seasons, now at Chelsea.
Well, Courtois won it last season, and of course they won the league. They were the champions. And it just goes to show, if you don't concede goals, you can go on and win things. And that's not a good pass from Mascherano. A little bit perturbed is the word.
Nice turn from Arda Turan. Piqué, yet another corner conceded.
That was a poor corner to concede. He could have headed that back out wide for a throw-in or out in the wide position. But every time they're conceding corner kicks, they're putting themselves under pressure. Arda Turan to take it from the right-hand side.
All the heavyweights are in there. Godin and Jimenez. Turan delivers. They're depending on Piqué to come on. Another incredible save from Bravo. Well, he wasn't to know there was an offside in there, but he's keeping his side in with a chance of taking the title tonight.
Sensational save here. He's just offside. Left foot, he hits a Griezmann, and that's a top-class save from the goalkeeper. He doesn't know he's offside. Bravo.
Well, they cushioned the Barcelona play for the opening minutes, and now they're throwing absolutely everything at them. Atletico Madrid trying to do their uptown rivals Real Madrid a massive favour here.
Well, there's no love lost between the two of them. They've already beaten them for the title last season. They're the champions. They're not giving it up without a fight.
Well, it's in-your-face football from Simeone's side, pinning Barcelona back.
I don't know any other way to play. Well,
well, Godin is claiming that he'd been grappled by Rakitic.
Oh, he didn't go for the ball. Rakitic was more interested in what Godin was doing. But it's a great start, opening 10 minutes from the home side. They're really going for the jugular.
Jimenez skies the ball. But the motivation for Atletico is not to allow Valencia to catch them up and to ensure they finish in third place and don't have to go through the playoff system early in July. Every professional footballer does like those extra few days, or maybe a week or 10 days it would mean to their summer. There's Neymar, he's heading to the Copa America. Brilliant ball by Neymar, freestyling with Iniesta, and it comes to Messi. Messi! Oh. Right down the throat of Oblak. We have a game on our hands here.
A real treat. That's great football on the counter-attack. One-touch play is sensational from Neymar and co. And then the shot from Messi on the edge of the box is brilliant as well. Well, plenty more of that, please. That's what we want. Andres Iniesta, Neymar, Messi. The three skillful players involved in that last attack. Great entertainment.
Rakitic, who had a great game against Bayern Munich, looking to take his first La Liga title. Pedro, Rakitic. Pedro has a big act to replace in Luis Suarez. Suarez has taken to La Liga life, hasn't he? 14 goals in his last 15 matches, but not fit enough to start today because of the thigh problem that he picked up against Bayern.
It's a shame because it took him a couple of months to get started, Rob, and you're right, he's been in fabulous form the last 2 months.
Nice ball over, Barcelona finding their step again. Busquets to Piqué. Goes on walkabout. Rakitic. Looking for Lionel Messi. Oh, and he'd managed to shake off the interest of Jimenez. And he does score his fair percentage of headers.
Rob, he adjusts so quickly. He's not that tall, but look, he's got himself a yard of space against Jimenez. Great ball in, and he powers the header. Keeper in a good position, Oblak. He was saying at the start of the game as well, Oblak, you know, he knows the front players are lethal, but he's not frightened of them, and he's had a very good last 5 or 6 weeks since he's come into the side. He's been absolutely superb.
Mascherano back to Claudio Bravo. It was argued that Claudio Bravo was going to be second choice, but Ter Stegen, when he came in from Germany, picked up an injury in pre-season, and Claudio Bravo has kept the gloves for all of the La Liga games this season. Messi gets into that magnificent stride. Pedro, Neymar and Messi await anything he can find them with. Godin throws himself in the way. Alba. Here's Antoine Griezmann. It's a game of cat and mouse. A reminder, we will be keeping up to date with what's happening in the Espanyol game against Real Madrid and bringing you any goals as they're scored. You can also pick up that game on the red button if you're a Real supporter, or indeed an Espanyol supporter. That's over on Sky Sports 3, sorry. There's Neymar. I'll tell you that Valencia are losing against Celta 1-0 in that game. Valencia, the team directly involved with Atletico for the third place. That's good news for Atletico. Pedro. Helped on again, but cleared by Godin. Piqué. Up to Claudio Bravo. Make it 470 minutes now since Claudio Bravo conceded a La Liga goal. Rakitic. Busquets. Messi. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Simeone down. Trying to get his players to close down. Easier said than done against Barcelona.
They're so good in this one-touch play, Rob. You're right. Passing and moving is the order of the day from Barcelona.
Alves, and that has been one of the weaknesses for Barcelona this season, the crosses of Dani Alves.
Yeah, a poor ball. He's looking to put a lot of pace on it. He's trying to say that, but he's completely mishit it. Put it out for a goal kick. He hasn't done bad. Fernando Torres popped up with some goals this season. Well, second half of the season when he joined.
Well, he scored 6 goals so far in all competitions, including a goal in the opening minute when he played against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Rakitic. Dani Alves to Rakitic. Mascherano. Barcelona happy to play the possession game. Atletico content to condense. Manfran. Nice little layoff. Manfran follows the tram line, but then was derailed.
He couldn't keep it in play.
Barcelona brought a full first-team squad to Madrid, 25 senior players, and they've also included Sandro and Munir El Haddadi, who scored some vital goals at the start of the season before dropping back into the B team fold. Here's Messi. Pedro joins in. Now to Neymar. Atletico backtracking. Neymar rolls it to Messi, and he's still adjusting his viewfinder.
Wasn't bad. He's leaning back slightly, you can see, as he goes to hit this shot, Rob. The build-up play was excellent, though. Really good counter-attack movement. But that's a poor effort from the little man. He would expect to do better than that. Disappointment, Luis Enrique. Another great technical player.
He's going through a goals crisis. He hasn't scored in his last 2. Lionel Messi, just the 53 goals in his 53 appearances this season.
Yeah, only 40 league goals as well, Rob, in the 53. Incredible what he and Ronaldo have done this season. 2 behind he is. Ronaldo's on 55 for the season, and he's on 53. That's some return, isn't it?
Rakitic sprays the ball. It's not yet the full flavour, Barcelona. They were given a tough game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League this week to make it to the final against Juventus. And we have seen they are the most finely tuned team. But it's only 2 changes, so fatigue may be a factor. Here is Messi. Oh, it's a great stretch from Jimenez. Pedro gets it back in, diving header by Neymar, and scrambled over the bar.
Wow. Harder to keep it out. They're asking for a handball because Juanfran blocked the header from Messi. Yeah, it hits him on the hand. That would have been a goal. You can see why they're appealing for it. It hit the left arm of Juanfran from the header of Messi. Referee had a good view, didn't think it was deliberate, and hasn't given it.
Sometimes the officials are swayed by a large appeal, and there was no appeal from the team in this luminous yellow strip.
Yeah, don't come up much more experienced than Undiana Malyenko, Rob, and as I say, had a fabulous view. It's a mistake.
Busquets bullying Turan. Sergio Busquets is looking for his 5th La Liga title.
How important was that toe poke from Jimenez on the break, Rob, as well? I think Pedro would have been clean through. Exciting game.
Very high line here, being helped by Barcelona. A massive gap between the defenders and the goalkeeper. But they know what they're doing. There is this fallacy that Barcelona may have some kind of defensive weakness, but statistically they have been sensational this season. Claudio Bravo has broken a record. He's kept 22 clean sheets. They like to throw a footballing party, but their housekeeping's pretty good as well.
You love your goalkeeping stats, don't you? Rob the Cat Palmer.
Flying pig, please. It's Claudio Bravo, the Chilean international, who, like many of his teammates, will be heading to the Copa America. That would have been one of the knock-on effects had the players been allowed to strike this weekend. That would not have affected Copa America. But we're here. Thankfully, there's no crossing the picket line. We have top-class entertainment, albeit no goals for you so far. Won by Rakitic. Pedro's away. Rakitic almost willing them to foul him, but it was an excellent tackle by Mario Suarez.
It was a foul.
That wasn't. That's a free kick.
Going to be a yellow card, I think, as well. Or was it Godin? Well, he's had a swipe at him, hasn't he? 2 swipes at him. And you can see it warranted for me a yellow card.
Taken quickly, better cross this time from Dani Alves. Maybe rushed a bit, and PK could join the attack. Iniesta to Busquets. Rakitic. Remind that all of the games have been played at the same time this weekend. Sunday matches next week. All of the games will be all the games will be on Saturday at 5:30 UK time. Free kick, it's getting a little bit feisty. Offering protection to Lionel Messi.
Well, Gavi has another kick at the back of his legs. He's not the first player to do that.
Well, so far, Jean Oblak, the Atletico keeper, hasn't been truly tested.
But should Barcelona have been awarded a penalty, Rob? That's the big decision.
Taken quickly. Oblak was wide awake to the dangers. He's done very well. He's gone in for the last 11 games in a row. He lost one of those and had 7 clean sheets in the 11 games since he was declared the undisputed. Well, he's not number 1, but the top keeper for Atletico Madrid, taking over from Moya. No foul. It can bring you many things at home. You can have the crisp sound of the Vicente Calderon these days. And of course, the wonderful HD pictures gives you everything. But the one thing you can't sense at home is the heat inside the stadium. The players will be welcoming the shadows coming in but it's 88 degrees at kick-off time. And a wisp of wind in Madrid.
Well, thankfully there's a big shadow as well. I don't think too many players want to play on that far side.
Fran. Jimenez. Gets it long, looking for a mistake that doesn't happen from Piqué. Griezmann hasn't got him into the game yet. Now Siqueira joins the attack. Full-blooded run from the Brazilian. Lays it across, but very calmly Busquets stems the flow.
Well, sitting nicely, and Gavi had a pop at it. There's the interception, comes shot.
Well, Atletico could effectively lose their last two games. It'd be safe that they're going to be in the Champions League next season, but any suggestion that a Simeone side is on the beach and he would get the deck chairs and chop them up for firewood.
No, you're right, it's to do with commitment, and he's very passionate about that in the slip.
There's a late foul there. Godin was down.
Yeah, he slipped, though it was accidental. You can see Godin was just a little bit open, and Pedro thought he could pop in and get it, and Godin took a kick. Thus there he slips here, loses his footing, and he has to put it out of the way, and that's one he has to challenge for. I think Pedro has to go for that.
A lot of suggestion that Pedro may want to leave Barcelona, but where do you go after FC Barcelona? And he's got 50 caps for Spain. He's won every possible major going out there. Unless he goes to Real Madrid or maybe to a club like Atletico Madrid, it's going to be a step down for him.
Well, Luis Enrique made that journey. He did, both teams.
Can they crack the Barcelona code here? Atletico Madrid. One of the teams that do like a long throw. Godin stationed at the near post. He's joined now by the other 6'3" centre-back, Jimenez. That's where the ball is aimed. It's over Jimenez. Godin gets ahead on it. Torres backs into Mascherano, two former Liverpool players, of course. Now Siqueira. Gets around Dani Alves, but only for a fraction. Alves content that it's just a corner.
I think Dani Alves is suggesting he kicked the ball onto the foot of Siqueira, and it shouldn't have been a corner kick.
Right across the 6 it goes again. Mascherano's header. He's only, what, 5'8", 5'9", but he is dominant in the air. It's the reading of the game rather than the height that is the strength of the Argentinian.
Yeah, he's got a great attitude as well. Siqueira there, legging to get forward.
There's Mascherano. Well, the games in the Cup were pretty flamboyant affairs. Atletico lost 3-2 at home against Barcelona. I remember them dominating the first half. They scored 2 goals in the opening 30 minutes, then it all went wrong in the second. It's safety first from both coaches so far. Barcelona throwing their weight around. They have the best disciplinary record in La Liga, but Pedro, for the second time, leaves his mark on an Atletico defender. It was Godin a couple of minutes ago. On this occasion, you see he caught his partner, Jimenez.
Yeah.
He's still the 4th top scorer in the team with 11 goals, despite being a so-called bit part player this season. Mascherano wins another header. Made his name as a central midfield player, a ball winner They thought it was going to be temporary when he came to Barcelona, and he was operating at centre-half. But of course, it's similar with the low centre of gravity you need against Griezmann and Fernando Torres, and a little turn of pace as well. There's Neymar to Pedro. A bit of payback maybe on Pedro there, who has been the sinner, now he's sinned against.
Well, he's getting pressurised from both sides. Mario Suarez is on one side of him, Gabi's on the other. Juan Fran, you know, there's a combination of three players. They're very quick to close down.
Here's Iniesta. Mascherano. Half an hour gone. We await our first goal.
It's a good tempo though, Rob, for half an hour in these conditions. Quite hot.
I'm sure you don't remind him, but you know the date. June the 6th. Barcelona in the final of the Champions League, and they're calling for a penalty here. And it is a big call for Undiana Mayenko. He converses with assistant referee, and together they decide that Dani Alves was trying to kid them.
Well, he's got wrong side of the defender, I know that. I'd like to see it again. I thought it was a penalty the first time I looked at it.
He says his shirt was being pulled. It was a theatrical fall. There was a touch there from Gunny, but not enough to send him splashing like that.
He's definitely died. There's a pull there that side. But as soon as he feels the pull on his shirt, he goes down.
It's not very often that you see this kind of show of petulance from the Barcelona players.
Well, they could have had a handball, Rob, and when you see the angle from the other side, you can see his shirt was pulled, but he goes down too easy for me still. I still feel he's gone down far too easy.
He had a case.
Oh, he had a case.
There was a part of his shirt which was grasped by Godin, but it was the way that he threw himself to the floor, which was unconvincing for the officials.
I think he's gone down too easy for me. And
they have given a free kick though, bizarrely.
Well, this is getting more ridiculous by the second.
So is that the free kick for the shirt pulling outside the area, and the yellow card for Dani Alves throwing himself to the floor inside the area?
Well, then the linesman must have saw the shirt pulling incident from the right-hand side, but he had to decide whether it was inside or out.
Godin is apparently booked as well for words to the referee. The referee is using the 18-yard line as his marker. Now he'll take the 10 paces. Oh, he's not got the magic spray. It would make it easy for him if he did. Messi on the sunny side of the field, which is causing a bit of a problem for Oblak. Messi fires it in! Oh, and it skims the paint off the top of the crossbar.
That was a great strike. Have a look at this. Well, can't see from there whether he's inside or out. He definitely had a shirt pulled, no doubt about it. Wow, off the top of the crossbar. Oblak wasn't getting that, Rob. He was not getting that.
Well, Messi does reserve his best for Atletico Madrid. He has a good record against Real, but even better against Atletico. 22 games against them, 22 goals scored. His first ever away day hat-trick was at this very stadium back in 2009 in the Copa del Rey. Right, do Atletico come out of these long shadows that have been cast around the Vicente Calderon? Torres fouls Mascherano.
Well, Torres tackles him from behind, and that's the problem. You can't tackle him. That's definitely a foul. There's no danger of that. He's lucky he doesn't get a yellow card for it.
There is the Liverpool connection here, of course, with Mascherano and Torres and Luis Suarez. And Sevilla losing at home against Almeria is a surprise scoreline. Sevilla need the win to put the pressure on Valencia ahead of them in the table. The 3 points between Valencia and Sevilla. And Of course, the early news wasn't good for Valencia. All very tight at the bottom of the table as well, with Deportivo, Granada, Eibar all on 31 points. Cordoba as good as down. Still not sure about Almeria. The official table says they've got 32 points, though it is expected that the 3 points will be deducted, taking them on to 29. So it's a movable feast at the bottom end of La Liga. Things stand at the moment. A draw would be enough for Barca to take the title for a 23rd time, as Real Madrid are still drawing against Espanyol.
Yep. 23, but there's still a long way to catch up the 32 titles that Real Madrid's got.
Jimenez clears. Who will blink first? To Neymar. There's Iniesta. Neymar, lazy ball hasn't quite worked for him yet. He hasn't got into the rhythm of the game.
It's cut and thrust from both sides, and tremendous amount of effort been put into the game, and both sets of goalkeepers have been involved and made some good saves, but no goals so far.
Jordi Alba. Now Neymar. Very deep position for Neymar to start from. Not making a great deal of penetration into the Atletico defence. Rakitic. Dani Alves. Big ask for Pedro. Lays it off to Rakitic.
It's a poor ball.
Overcooks the cross, but excellent control from Jordi Alba. When Fran comes to meet him, Alba wins it back. Barcelona upping their game a little bit here. Busquets. Well, I think we can have classed that one as a shot for Sergio Busquets.
Just say it wasn't one of his better shots.
Man who's never scored 2 goals in a season. He's stuck on 1. Well, there's a sellout crowd here for the 13th time this season. Get a lot of tourists that head up to the roundabout, but these generally are die-hard Atletico supporters. They will be rewarded with a new stadium in a couple of years' time. They'll do well to have the character of the Vicente Calderon. Iniesta. Now Neymar. Through the legs brilliantly of Suarez. Rakitic steps over to allow Messi. Good early cross, or Pedro went for that audacious overhead kick, which brought him a goal last week against Real Sociedad, one of the picks of the season. Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, I think Rakitic and he got in each other's way. But that was a good chance, good challenge from Mascherano. Make sure Torres didn't get clear.
Eibar have equalised against Getafe. Eibar, one of those clubs down in the relegation zone. They're at the top of the tree. Barcelona have a very tough game on their hands if they're going to clinch the title today.
What a turn.
Brilliant from Messi. Now Pedro. Full steam ahead from Barcelona. Alves with a poor cross and whisked away by Mario Suarez. Rakitic. Alves. Busquets. Iniesta wearing the captain's armband. Rolls it to Jordi Alba. Busquets. Barcelona happy to go from touchline to touchline via the three midfield players, waiting for a gap to open up for them. There's been nothing so far to exploit by this expertly organised Diego Simeone team. Pedro's broken free. They've lost him for once. Can he find somebody in there across the 6? Evades Messi. Leaves it for Alba. Alba has to be quick, but brilliant defending by Juan Fran. Now Torres on the counter-attack. Past one, but enough of an obstacle to put him off, and Busquets will start all over again.
Well, super piece of play, and unfortunately when the ball was cut back from Pedro earlier, Rob, it went behind Messi and he tried to tee it up for Jordi Alba, and Jordi didn't get the shot off. But it's good stuff, counter-attack football, end-to-end. Barcelona dominating possession, but they still look threatening. Atletico Madrid on the break.
Iniesta to Rakitic. Early crossing, goalkeeper doesn't communicate well with defender. And Godin took charge of the situation. Torres leaning on his former Anfield teammate Mascherano. There's Piqué. Arda Turan. Antoine Griezmann. Bit of a track back for Juan Fran. Puts in an exhaustive performance on the touchline, doesn't he, Simeone?
This is once cut back. Look, it falls behind Lionel Messi, and then he tries to set it up for Juan Fran, or sorry, for Jordi Alba, but Juan Fran gets in the way.
Piqué. Iniesta. A year ago, of course, it was Atletico Madrid who were clinching the title against Barcelona when Godin scored that famous goal. They were so close in the Champions League final as well against Real Madrid.
Small margins, Rob. That's the difference of very, very tight games. There's not an awful lot between the top 3, 4, 5 now. Sevilla becoming a stronger side, a good squad, and obviously Valencia are a very good squad as well, even though they're trailing at home by 1-0 against Celta Vigo.
Alves. You can see how far back Messi is dropping now to try to make things happen. By him going back that far, he's dragging a midfield player out, hoping that extra space can be exploited. Pedro. He's had more of the ball than Neymar and Lionel Messi. Griezmann. There's Piqué, holding off Fernando Torres. Torres starting, Mandzukic not considered fit enough to play from the start. But, may well be on his farewell trail as well.
Just looking at Torres, how much effort he's putting in the squeeze and pressurised Piqué. 43 minutes gone. He was all over him like a rash, and just that sort of presence is what you need to try and make a mistake. And any team that makes a mistake in that defensive third could be punished very, very bigly, and it could even cost the game. Not seen an awful lot of Neymar.
The best way to describe this game is it has been totally tense. I suppose it's a good little sparring exercise for Barcelona, because Simeone has set up Atletico pretty much like Juventus will play against them in the Champions League final. Griezmann leaves the ball behind. Mascherano sees the stadium clock has only 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Dani Alves, and it was dipping, and it was a brilliant save by Oblak. He had to watch it every inch of the way.
Well, what a strike from Dani Alves. This dipped massively from the Brazilian fullback, got a hold of this one. It started to dip and the keeper gets fingertips to it. You thought it was going to be really high, but that's a wonderful strike. And a wonderful save.
Been 2 or 3 excellent saves in the first half, spread between the two keepers. Alves fires it in, blanket defending once more from Atletico Madrid. Appears the referee's done at least a minute to the first half, haven't had any injuries, haven't had many stoppages. Talking points for the guys in the studio is how Barcelona crack the Atletico code, and indeed whether it was a true penalty call. Neymar to Rakitic. Game of patience being played by Luis Enrique's side, loosely given away by Dani Alves. Here is Griezmann. One final first half flurry from Atletico Madrid. Torres is in there, but checking him all of the way was Jordi Alba. And the referee draws the first half to a close, just as Atletico were launching that counter-attack. Doesn't go down well with the locals, but he's a stickler for time. And Diana Mayenko, who's organised Atletico Madrid team. And Barcelona, who've had the edge of the possession, but have been largely contained. Will it be 45 minutes away from Barcelona taking the title? Atletico Madrid are doing their bit to add to the intrigue. Elsewhere, Real Madrid are drawing in the city of Barcelona against Espanyol. No changes at half-time. It has been a lung-busting match between these two sets of players.
Well, they've certainly put a big shift in. The Atletico Madrid players worked tremendously hard first 45, but they're going to have to do the same again. Here's Messi. Finding Neymar.
Neymar back to Messi. Jimenez going to ground, and the referee on top of the situation. So nothing wrong with that.
Well, Jimenez has gone to ground, but Messi didn't touch him. So it's a corner kick, let's see.
A quick reminder if you're joining us that Fernando Torres starts up front. Mandzukic is on the bench. Atletico Madrid. And for Barcelona, there's no Luis Suarez. They do make a couple of changes from the Champions League. Here is Piqué.
Well,
Took a deflection.
it was his left foot, Rob. It was the swinger, and he's had 7 goals this season. He's having a great season, and you can see there.
Not quite sure who it came off, but the referee was on top of the situation. And
I think he said it
squares that it was a deflection.
Jimenez is saying it hit just on the edge of the box. I'm not sure myself.
Taken short. Iniesta to Alves.
That's
Flips it in. Lazy cross.
Poor ball.
Both coaches do have strength in depth. You can see them.
Good strikers as well. Mandzukic and Raul Garcia, both big lads, and both in double figures. Mandzukic has got 20 for the season, although he's been a little bit off the boil in the last month or so.
Iniesta, referee, waited to see if anything developed, then offered Barcelona the free kick.
Well, he catches Andres Iniesta. He doesn't get the ball. You can see there. It's the right decision for me.
Fernando Torres clearly enjoying life back in the city of Madrid, joining them in the winter transfer window from Milan, and he's wading with 6 goals, 3 in the league. And the Copa del Rey scored against Real Madrid and Barcelona. Rakitic, layoff. Oh, it's a lovely ball from Pedro. But the organisation once more of Atletico Madrid prevents any goal.
Well, clever play, good change of feet from Rakitic. The final pass from Pedro just give him a little bit too much to do, but you know the way they defend, the blanket defender from Atletico Madrid, Rob, is excellent. Don't give you too many opportunities. No, I ordered Turan.
Turan flips it in there. Waiting for the support. PK Hands a little unaware of what's going on around him. Griezmann gets stuck in. Referee says play on. And Griezmann was once more than a corner kick there. Iniesta goes down holding the bridge of his nose.
I think the ball was kicked against his face. Let's have a look, see. Yep, caught him in the face, and then they appealed for a handball. Their left foot, Griezmann kicks it, and it hits him right in the face.
I don't think there was ever going to be a penalty there, but there was a claim maybe for the shot coming off the shin guard of PK. Luis Enrique trying to make himself known. Is he on the verge of greatness? And Pep Guardiola was in charge for his first season. He took the treble in 2009, of course. They won 42 of the 62 games. Barca at the moment have won 47 games, so already has won more matches in his first season in charge.
Well, he's going off, and the ball definitely took a deflection off Piqué, as you said, Rob. But unfortunately, the referee didn't see that, or did he give a free kick for maybe a foot up, dangerous play? Griezmann.
Zicada to Griezmann. PK to Rakitic.
Well, that's not a good ball from Ivan Rakitic.
Totally out of character. Claudio Bravo, who's had one of his more difficult matches. There's the ball. What will give? Jordi Alba.
There's an awful lot of kidology going on here. Linesman not at all impressed.
Turan lays it back. Lanfran's cross near post. Griezmann watched every step of the way by Piqué.
Oh goodness.
Oh dear, I think the imaginary sniper got him.
He's gone far down, far too easy for me again. Both the fullbacks now.
Heads up. Oh, Piqué missed out.
Good chance. What a chance.
Got in, throwing himself at the ball.
Well, Rob, you know him as well as I do. He doesn't normally miss opportunities like that. He comes steaming in. He gets up and he can't drag the header down. He heads it up and over the bar. What a chance that is. Free header from Diego Godin. Should have been 1-0.
A year ago, scored the goal which sealed the title against Barcelona in this very fixture. Of course, he scored in the Champions League final as well.
Yeah, it's all these small margins we talk about, and that's what's going to be the difference at the end of the day. I'm looking at the playoff games in the UK, and oh, here's another chance.
Throwing himself at it brilliantly. Mascherano threads it to Rakitic. Now Messi. Pedro makes a move. Koke.
It's going to get booked.
Yeah. Takes one for the team, I think is the expression. Pulls back Messi.
Well, when Messi goes in full flight, you know you're not going to stop him unless you foul him. And Koke's grabbed him around the waist, and that's all he can do. And he has to pull him back. Messi's attitude's unbelievable, Rob. He doesn't let it annoy him, and he just gets on with the game and thinks, right, I'll get another chance.
Some exhausted looking players out there. This is the 57th game of the season for Barcelona. Can they take the title with a game to go? Rakitic to Alves. They line up at the far post. Alves follows the line of the 18-yard box. That wasn't what they were intending. Now Rakitic. Luis Enrique down on the touchline, orchestrating, asking for more width from his team. Now Alves responds to that. He comes to the touchline, plays it in with a little bit too much pace, but taken by Pedro. Good cross from him. Piqué lays it down. It's Lionel Messi to Neymar. Neymar flicks it in. Headed away by Godin, despite the call from the keeper. And coolly, they untie their defensive knot here, Atletico Madrid. A gripping game of football, this.
Well, it's the finesse of Barcelona against the no-nonsense attitude of Atletico Madrid.
Well, their rivals, if they can be called that, for third place, Valencia are losing. Not so much pressure on Atletico, but they're playing their part here. Piqué flattens Griezmann.
I don't think it's a free kick, Rob. I really don't. I think he falls over himself. Can't see that as a foul. Piqué doesn't do anything. He just falls over himself. And he's asking for a yellow card. Well, what's Piqué supposed to do?
Taken quickly. There is Torres. Have to take it quickly. Mascherano's done himself some damage in trying to stop his old Liverpool pal.
He's taken one in the leg big time on the follow through on the shot. I think Robbie's trying to get across.
And it was a superbly swift routine from Simeone's side, and Mascherano had to be on the ball to rush Fernando Torres. Look, it's taken quickly. He was there, knew exactly where he was, and his presence was enough to give him just a very slight channel to aim down.
Yeah, he's hit the target well. The angle was tight, and the goalkeeper is well positioned. But then the follow through catches Mascherano. And bravo from Bravo. Clever ball, good weight, and an excellent run from Fernando Torres.
Rakitic, step over from Messi.
Still in play.
It is, it's Pedro. Messi continues all his side down by Turan. One of those tackles I think looks worse at real speed. When you see the replay, you see that it was a mistimed tackle from Turan.
It was. He's committed himself. He's gone to ground, and the two number 10s clash, and I don't think it's a yellow card, but certainly it's a free kick. And certainly the most technical player, I think, in the Atletico Madrid side is Arda Turan. 53,254 here in the Vicente Calderon.
A reminder, Espanyol 0, Real Madrid 0. Here's the scoreline in the other vital game at the top of the table. Interestingly, Iker Casillas hasn't been selected for that game today.
Well, Pedro has to be careful. He's got a yellow card and he's coming in from behind him. I think he gets a little bit of the ball, but it's still a free kick.
Jimenez fires the ball at Griezmann. Now Torres. Koke on the way, Rakitic. Skied by Piqué. Godin.
He's got snow on it, that one. Business end of the season, Rob. This is when it's all about winning and losing, and who's going to get promoted, or who's going to win the league, or who's going to be relegated. And the pressure on the players is immense.
Showing no nerves, Mascherano to Jordi Alba. Neymar felt that he'd been fouled. The referee thought otherwise.
I don't think it's a foul. I think it's a throw-in, and that's it. It's been very quiet, Neymar. Haven't seen a lot of him. He's the man in the moment as well, scoring goals.
Messi takes a risk. Alves.
Clever ball.
It was Godin who's having an exceptional game at centre-back. Blocks his run.
Look at this ball over the top. Absolute perfection and Good cover from Diego Godin to give away the corner. Taken quick, but the linesman's got his flag up. He's not happy. I think it's offside. A wry smile from Lionel Messi. Let's have a look, see. Wow.
Explain that one to him.
I think they're saying it was offside.
From the corner. Well, we have some news coming to us from Espanyol. Real Madrid have taken the lead in the other game at the top of the table. Remember the situation between Barca and Real, a 4-point difference. Games kicked off at the same time, and this is how the goal was scored. Benzema played it to guess who? Cristiano Ronaldo. And he tucked it away for his 43rd goal of the season, reducing the difference between the two teams at this moment in time to 2 points.
And that means it'll go down to the wire, go down to the very last game, which is very interesting. And then how important was the result last week at home to Valencia when they drew 2-2? How important was that? It is fine margins. I've talked to you, Rob, earlier about it. It's so important. And players scoring goals in the last minute and not scoring goals in the last minute. And well played, Arda Turan.
Difficult, isn't it, if you're an Atletico supporter? I suppose psychologically you could let Barcelona know that and tease them, but then again you can't really celebrate Real Madrid scoring a goal if you're a fan of Atleti. And now gone. We await our first goal at the Vicente Calderon. Goals in every other game, apart from Villarreal against Malaga. Surprisingly, at the moment, both Valencia and Sevilla are losing. The two teams who are fighting for the fourth Champions League spot.
Now that is a massive surprise, I have to say, especially, well, both of them at home. Sevilla very strong at home, Valencia very strong at home, and losing to Celta Vigo and Almeria at the moment. That's a foul.
Neymar goes down. Heavy-handed tackle. No panic from Barcelona. All they have to do is match the Real Madrid result, whatever it is today, and they're champions with a game to go. The way things stand at the moment, then they would have to beat Deportivo La Coruña at home on the final day, and Depor, of course, are fighting to stay in the top flight. Godin heads away. Rakitic. Now Alves. He's been in this situation a few times as a player, Luis Enrique, winning the title, but first time as a manager, a vastly different experience to coaching Celta de Vigo. Blow to him was losing Luis Suarez. Didn't pass the fitness test before the game. They don't want to aggravate anything with two cup finals coming up. Here's Neymar. Messi can't get it. Wonderful containing job, and more than a containing job being done by Atletico Madrid.
No, they're excellent. Their work ethic's fantastic, I have to say.
All of the games, of course, today have been played at the same time. Cordoba not on the pile already relegated. Referee just calling for a bit of calm here. Neymar goes down. Referee comes across to have a word with Gabi, who hasn't been booked so far.
it's just a clash of knees, and I do feel that Neymar has overreacted to it. He's really milked the situation.
Behind the hand discussions down on the bench. They have observers up in the stand as well. Wired for sound. Do they make a change? Not exactly match winners on the bench. Good players, Adriana, Mathieu, Munier, Rafinha, of course Xavi, who can orchestrate things out there and bring a calm head, but nobody who's going to come on and change the pace of the game for Barcelona. Neymar runs into Wanfran. Now to Turan.
He's been out of the game for too long for me, Neymar. He needs to be more involved, more prominent.
Alves to Busquets. Iniesta. Messi. Alva makes his move down the left. Alves here on the right. Now supplying the width that Enrique asks. But they can gobble up those crosses all afternoon. Atletico Madrid, it's a strength of theirs. They need to choose a low route to goal. It's Messi to Neymar to Messi. Oh. That could be the goal. That could be the title clinching goal. And guess who gets it? Lionel Messi.
Well, I think you're right. It could be a defining moment, Rob. Super piece of play, combination play, lovely little 1-2 in tight areas. But he has the skill and the technique, and he doesn't panic when he gets it back after the 1-2. He places it in the bottom corner of the net, and nothing Oblak can do about it. Luis Enrique must be breathing a sigh of relief. Oh, Lionel Messi, anything Ronaldo can do, he can do. Ronaldo 43 league goals, Lionel Messi 41. Here's the play. Messi picks it up. Lovely 1-2, gets it back, and again, and then bang. He moves it slightly to the left. When he gets it here, he takes a touch there. Readjusts it and sticks it. Maybe through the legs. I think I'll have a look at it again. Might have been through the legs of Godin into the back of the net. Class goal. Massive goal, Rob.
Cool, calculated head of Lionel Messi.
Look at that bench.
Somebody give the guy who nudges, or give a nudge to the guy who inscripts the trophy, because this is how it stands now. Despite Real Madrid leading against Espanyol, Barcelona have that 4-point lead of La Liga with a game to go. They can almost see their reflection in the trophy. There's a brave Barcelona supporter that makes his way, or her way, to the Vicente Calderon. Up in the Gods.
Well, there's going to be a substitution, Rob, for Atletico Madrid, and they've decided it's time to bring on Raul Garcia.
There'll be thousands watching back in Catalonia. Millions of Barcelona supporters around the world, and Real Madrid fans, of course, as well, keeping an eye on this. Well, Suarez is taken off, Mario Suarez, who's a more defence-minded midfield player, and Raul Garcia, as you know, is combative. He has an eye for goal.
Certainly does, and this season he's got, is it 10 goals, 11 goals? He's
10 in all competitions. He's indeed the
5 in the league.
Scorer. Yep.
But he's more than that. He can't play as an anchorman in midfield. He can be a defensive midfield player, but he's a very big threat on set plays. He's good in the air.
There's Piqué. Dani Alves. Lionel Messi. It was always in the script, wasn't it? Messi scoring his 54th goal of the season, but the most important goal. Luis Enrique, who's modest at all times, is saying that he feels this team are on the edge of greatness. For the first time, and he felt that he could talk about the possible treble. And the first part is almost on. Alves to Neymar. Alves comes in, whisked away by Godin. Rakitic. Now Neymar. PK. Now Messi. Perfectly flighted once more to Iniesta, into the net post, and well, he couldn't quite finish it off. Neymar. Well, Barcelona are upping the game.
They are, and it's good football. Possession is the most important thing for them, and they're waiting the right opportunity. A little flick inside, might have been offside. I think he was offside. If it had went in the net, it probably would have been disallowed. A nice chest control, Andres and Iniesta. But they're in control. They've got 20 minutes to go, and it's all the pressure's on Atletico Madrid to come out and try and force the game, get a goal, and get back into this match. Sevilla, who were 1-0 down earlier, Rob, are now level, equaliser.
Garcia, can he come on and change things over? Sevilla have just scored a second goal. They're now leading Almeria by 2-1, which would put them on 73 points, level with Valencia, who are still trailing at home against Celta, Luis Enrique's old side.
No, that's a very interesting result if it stays that way. You're right. The fight for third and fourth place.
Yeah, the fight for the title. Rakitic, he has Messi and Neymar in support. Chooses Messi. Messi has Neymar. Messi to Neymar.
Oh,
and
he
can't tie it up. He can't tie the ribbon on the trophy just yet.
What a chance that is. Messi so unselfishly sets it on a plate for Neymar, coming inside, going then side-footed in. He leans back and he sticks it right over the top of the crossbar. What an awful miss from Neymar. And he can't believe it himself. That would have wrapped it up. He's on 37 goals so far, and there's Mandzukic stripped and ready to come on.
PK. Mandzukic clearly isn't 100% fit. He's been suffering with an ankle problem, but I'm sure can throw himself around for the final 20 minutes of this game. Barcelona slipping and sliding, and Arda Turan skies the shot. Raul Garcia was it that he fell?
Yeah, I think it was Raul Garcia. He's only on the park, Robin. I think that's his first shot with his left foot. He's leaning back, similar to the effort from Neymar, and puts it, skies it over the top. Mathieu warming up, and thinking of bringing on a defender as Arda Turan comes off to make way for Mandzukic.
Now you can see how big a favourite Arda Turan is at this club. Feisty Turkish midfield player. His sacrifice for the big number 9, Mario Mandzukic. Oh, it's a let-off for Barcelona there.
Well, how many times do we say when you're in control, you know, Busquets doesn't need to take this chance. I think he's very fortunate.
Caught in possession, ankle just trapped.
When you're 1-0 up, yeah, 1-0 up and last man in the defence.
Valencia have equalised. It's all very fluid in third and fourth position. Players need to get the liquids on board. I mentioned before, 88 degrees at kick-off time. An energy-sapping evening in Madrid.
Oh, Xavi, maybe they want his presence and experience in the middle of the park. Or are they going to go for Rafinha there? We're just looking at who's had a great season.
We're getting news from Catalonia, and is not good for Real Madrid supporters. We'll bring you that goal in a moment. We have some breathing space in this game. Not that the Real Madrid supporters will want to see this. It was a goal for Stuani, a mix-up in defence. Of course, Iker Casillas isn't playing today. It's Navas who's in goal. He was caught in possession, and he may have just handed the title here to Barcelona, wrapped up by Stuani. Espanyol 1, Real Madrid 1. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid have a chance here. It's Raul Garcia flips it in. Barcelona, like Jerry and I, can't be distracted. But I think Luis Enrique is getting the message. He's getting the message, but he doesn't need to worry about what's going on at Real Madrid. And Espanyol, he needs to concentrate and winning this match, and it doesn't matter. He'll focus on what he's got in front of him. He's 17 minutes away from the title. His first title as a manager. And that will mean a lot to him. Meant a lot to that man as well when they won it last year. And to win it in the home of the defending champions would be even more special. Well, the pressure increasing on Ancelotti. Meanwhile, Granada are leading against David Moyes at Real Sociedad. Granada starting the day on 31 points. That will put them on 34, of course. They're great rivals down there, Deportivo La Coruña, who are winning at home against Levante 1-0 in that game. Almeria and 32 points just ahead of them. Well, they're causing a bit of a scare against Sevilla, but it's now Sevilla 1, Almeria 1. Well, Gavi's got booked for this challenge on Busquets, and again he takes a chance I don't think he needs to take. May not be for that one challenge alone. There's been a series of mistimed challenges from Gavi. A serial offender. Alves. Messi. Now Rakitic. It's a spring in the step of Barcelona. The way things stand, Atletico need an equaliser. Real Madrid need the 2 goals to take it to the final day of the season. 4 points the difference at the start of the day. Barcelona now sitting on 93 points. Real on 87. You see Simeone down there is not surrendering though. Gets any closer, he'll be making a tackle in the centre circle. Here's Juan Fran. Raul Garcia. Juan Fran chased all of the way by Alba. Rakitic is in there. Godin's legs give way. Notably, the legs of Rakitic don't give way. And that is a cool head. And he has grown into that Barcelona strip, the summer signing from Sevilla. Oh, what a touch. Amazing. Brilliant ball as well. Dani Alves searching for the ceiling second goal. Charged down by Jimenez. Alves has another stab. Now Pedro tries to set himself up. Gets the shot in. Oh, and so very, very close. That would have been a fabulous goal. Some brilliant pieces of movement in that passage of play, Robin. Feints to shoot with the right foot, step over with the left, and he whips it just wide of the far post. He's not that far away, Pedro. Barcelona really are in command at the moment. The second goal would definitely seal it. That's inches wide of the far post. Rakitic. The changes made by Simeone have had little effect so far. Barcelona still dominating the game. Deep into the final 15. Piqué clears the ball. And seeking what would be a quite remarkable 29th clean sheet of the season. A reminder of what's going on elsewhere. It looks like all of the drama on the final day is going to be down at the bottom of the table. Almeria, Deportivo, Eibar, Granada, all hoping that it's not them that's going to be one of the 2 from about 5 that could still go down. Torres. He's always had an excellent record against Barcelona. 8 goals in 13 matches against them. Just wondering whether that Messi goal has broken the will. Are we hearing news of a Real Madrid goal? We are, and we can tell you that Marcelo has put the cat amongst the pigeons. They haven't given up the fight for the title yet, Real Madrid. Marcelo leading the charge on the end of it, and it's the left back who has given Real Madrid a lifeline in the tilt for the title with 12 minutes going on the penultimate day of the season.
Yeah, it's a great strike from Marcelo. Gives them half a chance, but they need Atletico Madrid to score a goal, and they've got just over 10 minutes to do that. And it looks like Machu's going to come on in place of Jordi Alba. They're going to go for height, because you can be sure they'll throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Barcelona to get a goal.
Well, Atletico have concentrated everything down that left-hand side of the Barcelona defence. Machu is a centre-back who can play left-back, and he'll just bring them a little bit more physical presence as Fernando Torres goes off and Saul comes on for Atletico Madrid.
Goal scorer Saul Niguez, 4 goals this season. Very good young player. It's better every time you watch him play, but that's another gamble.
Now, Luis Enrique, and any Barcelona manager, very rarely makes a defence-minded substitution unless there's an injury, but it maybe gives you an insight into the thinking of Luis Enrique. Take out the extra insurance policy, pack that defence.
They can actually play 3 central defenders now. They can do a sweeper, have the 2 central defenders of Piqué and Machu, and have Mascherano as a sweeper, and that might suit them as well.
Granada scored a second against Real Sociedad. Granada will move on to 34 points if they can keep that up, level with Deportivo, who are also winning. Eibar are not losing, but they're drawing against Getafe. We're uncertain about how many points they're going to have at the end of the season. Are losing against Sevilla, who've come back from 1-0 down. Well, we saw a legend make his bow from Anfield yesterday, and Steven Gerrard, and here is a man who has legendary status at Barcelona coming on. Xavi, who writes his own Guinness Book of Records.
Well, look at this. The Atletico Madrid players standing, every one of them applauding Andres Iniesta coming off, and applauding Xavi Hernandez coming on. 2 legends for me.
Well, you've got any good, haven't you, to get a standing ovation in a Barcelona kit at the Calderon. But this man is a national hero. He's a world hero, Xavi. Exemplary player. Over 760 appearances in all competitions. His 505th appearance in La Liga, the most for Barcelona Football Club. And he's 9 minutes away from clinching his 8th La Liga title. Next week's opponents, Deportivo La Coruña, have scored a second against Levante. They're going to be fighting for their lives next week.
Well, they've given themselves a lifeline. That's the important thing.
For Barcelona, nothing silly, and they will be crowned for the 23rd time the Kings of Spain. Pedro, Dani Alves comes in on the blind side. Real Madrid are playing their part in the penultimate day drama. Hearing that they have scored a 3rd goal against Espanyol. Well, they're throwing obviously everything at him. Chicharito leading the charge, and Cristiano Ronaldo adds one more to his tally, his 2nd goal of the game.
Well, he's definitely going for the Pichichi now. He's got 3 goals of a lead on Lionel Messi with only 1 game to play. That's interesting. A late goal for Atletico Madrid could make it a very interesting last game of the season, Rob.
Now they need a massive favour from Atletico. The way it is, Barcelona are on 93 points. Real Madrid are on 89. Real need Atletico to score, ideally 2 goals, 1 to make it gripping.
I think we've been fortunate though. There's been lots of games I've seen recently that's been interesting.
To Pedro. Barcelona need that second goal to put it beyond doubt.
Yeah. They're looking for it on the break, and that was almost a perfect pass. Just a little bit too much pace on it.
You can sense the tension of the Barcelona supporters. No fans today that are watching it from a taxi cab between jobs on their mobile device. I think there's a Barcelona supporters club that watch it on a boat in the Thames in England. And of course we have an international audience at home, in the bars, in the clubs around the world, hoping that in 6 minutes time their team Barcelona are crowned champions again.
Oh, here's the little man.
Here is Messi, leaves one for dead, weaves his magic, passes on to Pedro, takes his time. Messi, back heel from Xavi. Nacho fires in the cross, which clears everybody.
It was asked an awful lot of them.
The Real Madrid supporters out there will be believing in miracles, though. They know that 6 minutes is a long time. They took it to the wire in the Champions League final last season, of course.
Everywhere I'm looking, Rob, everything's gone down to the wire. I'm looking at the playoffs, as I said earlier. Swindon, one of the high-scoring games, and Whitehawk, I remember them losing out in a last-minute goal. But there's tight games all over every league in the world.
Sikera. Does he run out of space? No,
Oh,
he doesn't.
well
He gets away from Alves, puts the cross in. It's over most people. Laid back to Koke. In the way once more. Mascherano. Rakitic to Messi.
Oh, good skills.
Neymar through the defender. Second man there, throwing himself at the ball is Jimenez. This is the table as it stands with 5 minutes remaining on the penultimate day of the season. Barcelona, as it stands, are the champions. They keep that 4-point lead over Real Madrid, who are leading against Espanyol, but it's not going to be enough unless Barcelona slip up in the final few minutes. Rakitic has put in a tremendous performance again in midfield. It's a big ask to replace Xavi over a season for Barca, but I think they're happy now, the Barcelona supporters, that they can see into the future, and Rakitic is the future.
He's a clever player, he's an excellent player. 7 goals he got this season. He's got a great engine as well.
7 assists as well. It's
Yeah.
important. And Rafinha, who has been the breakthrough player, another one of those who's come through the system. Will get to share, he feels, in the glory. He's just been named in the provisional squad for the Copa America for Brazil. Yes, Sikera leading the charge, fancies a shot. Oh, you can see his image in the headlines tomorrow, but he must have taken a touch from the keeper, Bravo.
Well, brilliant strike. Not sure if he got a touch or not, but it was a super strike. Koke coming across left-hand side. He's going to whip it in with his right foot, and all the big guns are up now.
Simeone demanding that everybody in a red and white shirt gets into that penalty area and packs it. Coming through the pack was Bravo with the header. Flicked on again, and Bravo will hang on to it. Take his time. I think he's only dummying, throwing the ball away there. This was it. Lots of bodies in there.
Well, you expect him to save that one all day long. Still not sure he touched it, Rob.
Fran charged down. There's one man that doesn't believe the title race is over just yet, but he does concede that Barcelona, in his view, have been the best team in La Liga this season. And it has been a pretty special edition of Real Madrid as well.
Wow. Well, Sociedad are normally very strong at home. 3-0 down. Granada, what a recovery they've had.
David Moyes players are on La Concha, the beach in San Sebastian. Here's Messi. Balls kindly for Neymar. Foul, free kick, valuable time for Barcelona, and another yellow card for Atletico Madrid. Jimenez.
Yeah, Jimenez. He likes to go to ground a lot, doesn't he? Very competitive, Jimenez. He doesn't get the ball, that's the problem. If you don't get the ball and you get the man, you also get the yellow card as a... This is certainly worth a strike at goal. But depending on what way the wall's lined up and Oblak, what position he picks up, we'll be able to find out who's going to strike it. Right foot or left foot.
Into the final seconds. Atletico Madrid have played their part. They've not rolled over. That man Oblak has made some tremendous saves, and they've had the scars at the other end of the field. This could be a moment where Barcelona put it beyond any doubt whatsoever.
I think it favours the right foot.
Would do if it wasn't Messi standing over the ball. Messi goes for it, and Oblak makes another top-class save.
That's a brilliant save, Rob. He must have seen it coming around the wall very late. And again, he produces. He's such a great shot stopper.
3 minutes.
3 minutes and the title's theirs.
Well, meanwhile, Real Madrid are forward up now, and Cristiano Ronaldo is going to take home the match ball, as he has scored again his, was that 58 goals this season, 45 in La Liga. He celebrates.
Yeah, he's the
Maybe it's going to be the Pichichi, the top scorer. But Lionel Messi will show him his title winning medal.
Yes, so
it's been a wonderful battle between two players, and it's fantastic, isn't it? We have probably the two greatest ever, both vying for titles at the same time.
Yeah, we're fortunate, we're very privileged, and he will be the Pichichi, but Messi will say, I'll take the league title, thank you very much, and maybe even a treble.
There's Messi teasing Atletico Madrid, and Siqueira dives in and falls into the trap that is set. Any second now. Well, there's always going to be a big ask for Atletico Madrid to compete at the highest level again, and they became the champions. Maybe they just caught out Real and Barcelona as they are on a turnaround season.
You see a little bit of tension in the dugout. They're anxious. They're anxious. They want this game to finish.
And they're tantalising Atletico Madrid here, and the referee doesn't see the amusing side of it. And there's a yellow card for Neymar. Not a card of congratulations.
No. Look at Godin. Look at Godin. He's so wound up, and Neymar's getting out of his way, Rob.
I think that's a wise move if I was Neymar. Godin snaps. I think that dispels any suggestions that Atletico were not up for the fight.
Oh, they're still ready to fight.
Well, let's hope that he doesn't get too nasty in the final seconds. Neymar quite wisely is told to maybe go play in the left-back position for the final seconds of the game.
He's chipping away at them, and Godin is one of those. He's a captain, he's a leader, and he doesn't take kindly to that sort of behaviour.
Well, his heart is hurting, isn't it?
He just wants to get a hold of Neymar, I'll tell you.
Last year, he was the hero. He was the man who won the title for Atletico Madrid. Start your countdown from 10, because Barcelona are about to be crowned kings of Spanish football again.
Well, there's only seconds left in it for me. and
Real Madrid have won the game, Jerry. Real Madrid have won against Espanyol. They played their part to add to the drama here on the penultimate day of the season. Siqueira and Messi told off by the referee. There's tension in the air at the Vicente Calderón Stadium. He's just delaying the inevitable now. Confirmation. Real beat Espanyol by 4-1. And it is confirmed with a game to go. Barcelona are once more the champions of Spanish football.